Your specific person is proposing to you. I don't know what to tell you. This has to happen because not only are you manifesting it, but I am manifesting it too. So you basically have no choice. And the crazy thing is that you are probably just a day away from this happening. And imagine if you were to give up, right? Just before that point. But not only today do I have a really cool success story explaining this, I have an idea that shows how you should not give up on your manifestation because, again, it could just be a singular day away. And the way I think about this, and I love this metaphor. Joseph Murphy has a metaphor very similar to this. But remember that when you are manifesting, everything you are doing is accumulating together to create the bridge of events. So as soon as you are in the state, as soon as you are in that Sabbath feeling, you are going to find everyone and everything in your reality begin to align and take you where you want to go. So I know sometimes it feels like we put in so much work and so much effort, but we're not seeing the results that we want. But remember, ice does not melt until 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Or Joseph Murphy had an example of a blacksmith in that metal does not melt until the melting point. And so at first you're probably like, Kyle, what does this mean? We're talking about ice, talking about metal. What's going on? I thought our specific person was proposing to us, but I'll give you an example of this. So think of an ice cube. Let's say you were to take an ice cube and you were below 32 degrees Fahrenheit or below 0 degrees Celsius, and you're just looking at it. And you're like, all right, I'm going to make this ice cube melt. Okay? So you start increasing the temperature. And you're increasing it and you're increasing it and you're increasing it, but nothing is happening to this ice cube. It's still ice. And your immediate thoughts are, am I even doing anything? Is what I'm doing actually creating or causing? Do I even know how to make an ice cube melt? You're going to start to question everything that you are doing. But the trick of it is, all of your work is not going to waste. Ice just doesn't melt until it reaches 0 degrees or above 0 degrees Celsius and 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So your work is not working. It's working perfectly. And this is what I see happen all the time in coaching sessions, especially with people manifesting their SP. They feel as if, oh my gosh, I'm putting in all this effort, I'm doing all this, where's my instantaneous results? And it's actually the moment you let go or kind of not forget about the instantaneous results, but when you begin to take your focus off of time, that's when time ceases to exist. So when you are increasing the temperature, know that everything you're doing is positive. Everything you're doing is moving you towards your specific person. Every thought, every assumption, every belief that is in alignment with your end is creating that bridge of events. Your work is not being wasted, it is being stored. And it's always at this point in time when we begin to, again, if we think we're putting in all this time, we're putting in all this effort, where are my results? But also remember that the bridge of events occurs or is created based on what you logically think is going to happen. So if you assume, you can assume it right now, I'm going to manifest it for you as well. If you assume tomorrow it makes sense that your specific person asks you or proposes to you and you become engaged, there's no reason that it wouldn't or should not happen, because that then is what we feel is the logical bridge of events. And so when we are doing this, when we're putting in our effort, I can't tell you how many people were attempting to give up, almost gave up, and then immediately manifested what they want. Because it's almost like a part of us knows that something is about to change. So if you feel like you're about to give up, something is about to change. Your body knows it, because our body usually wants to try to remain in the same exact state that we've always been in. So if you are kind of predicting something very, very big, your mind, your body might actually want to pull away from what you're doing, because it knows our entire reality is about to change. And so don't give up. There is no reason. People even ask me sometimes, is there a point in time that we should give up? right? That we should stop manifesting. It's like, well, if you don't want that thing anymore, that's the only time you should give up, because all of your effort, all of your beliefs, all of your assumptions, all of your techniques, everything is like this ice cube being increasing in temperature, right? And then once you reach that 32 degrees, that 0 degrees Celsius, you're going to find that everything happens all at once. This is the same reason why I mentioned manifestation being an exponential process and not a linear process, meaning when you reach the Sabbath, everything is going to come immediately to you. And the Sabbath is just the feeling as if you already have it. That's the Sabbath. When you're in the Sabbath, there's no extra work that needs to be done. There's nothing else that you need to do. Everything is perfect. Everything is created. Now, I will say that Neville Goddard talks about, and I wanted to go into, I'll make another video on this, but Neville Goddard talks about there is like a set interval of time between the Sabbath and the creation, but there's never mentioned how much time needs to pass. So again, you tomorrow could be proposed to by your specific person, and I think that makes the most sense for you. But don't fret, don't worry, don't think because we have been trying so hard for so long that you need to give up or stop. Everything is working. The bridge of events is being created. As soon as you are in the state, as soon as you're feeling it, everyone and everything is working out in your favor. And so, as always, though, I want to give a really, really cool success story of another person who is now married to their specific person. So, yes, you can absolutely manifest marriage. And so here it is. They wrote, I just wanted to let you know, I'm sure you don't remember me taking your classes. I absolutely remember them. I remember everyone. But I'm getting married this next summer. Thank you for your guidance. I thought this was such a nice reminder. And it's so amazing to see the metamorphosis of someone from like what I mentioned earlier, of a caterpillar being single into the metamorphosis of being a wifey and being married. This is something you can manifest just as easily as they did. Again, remember, we talked about almost probably the same stuff I teach or talk about in these videos. Talk about, again, the ice cube taking or not melting until its melting point. And so when you are creating what you want, we just need to have the faith and the commitment and the passion that everything is always and constantly working out in your favor. Now, whether you want to believe that or not, it is your reality. Everything and everyone is working for you to create what you want, no matter if you're seeing it. But now, obviously, if we're in the state of it, we're going to be seeing more of how it's going to happen. We're going to see more of the alignments of why certain things are occurring, how you're going to start seeing how things are actually working out in your favor. And that's a question I always like to ask anytime I begin to worry, and I tell everyone to do this. Just ask yourself what's great about this in any situation that, again, feels worrisome. And you'll begin to find that this scene or this event or this 3D thing that was taking you out of the state, when asked what's great about this, you begin to then see how this is actually working out in your favor. Because again, this person who had the success that's getting married next summer had just as many circumstances as everyone here, right? Had just as much worry, just as much anxiety. Everything was the same or even worse than your current worse, because everybody is just as close to their manifestation as everyone else, but just as worse as everyone else watching this video. And so again, your specific person is proposing to you. There is no other way. If you're not manifesting it for you, I'm manifesting it for you. If you did have any questions on this, make sure to leave them in the comments section below. Remember, you can also reach out to me on my website at kyleaugustcoaching.com if you wanted to send me a personal message. Remember as well, if you're watching this, you're a subscriber, or you are definitely for my members, I am manifesting and making sure that you do not leave this year without your specific person. You're not entering 2025 without your specific person. So again, ask any questions, have any thoughts, worries, let me know. If you have any anxieties, any fears, just tell your reality, tell the universe, I'll worry about for you. Be like, I'll let Kyle worry about that because he's manifesting it for me. Give everything to me. Anytime you have a worry or fear, ask. Listen, don't ask like what would Kyle do, but listen to the divine guidance I'm sending your way, and the positivity and the abundance and the successes that are going to come easily and effortlessly for you. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I can't wait to see you in my next video tomorrow.